Welcome to the But Also Trail Running Podcast. I'm your host, Celeste Fong. Let me start with a warning that this is an adult-only podcast. There will be profanity and indecent conversations. I would apologize, but I'm not really sorry. I'm going to be on my best behavior, but my guest today never behaves, and I don't know why. So today I'm joined by our favorite maternal idiot, Mommy Craigery. Say hi, Craig.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm good. You're prepared for this to be like a multi-recording because you know how in depth I go into storytelling. So
Yes, you're very loquacious.
yeah. So this may have to be a episode. Yeah.
I mean, it it should be said that what you did this weekend is so fucking stupid that it might actually take a couple episodes to get through to the listeners how stupid you are. Or they might just understand, like, immediately.
I think they'll understand pretty quickly.
All right, so what'd you do? Although when I release this, I don't know when, so it could be last week, this week, whatever. What did you do that was dumb?
So over this past weekend, which I took the opportunity to go down to North Carolina, thinking, hey, time to get away. But unfortunately they had cold weather too. So, wasn't
Not as
nearly as
cold as
close.
here, so.
No.
But
But I went down with two other people, Rick and Rich. We went down to North Carolina to do the Krispy Kreme challenge, which is held in Raleigh, North Carolina. Right, it starts right on the North Carolina State campus. And so it's a running and eating challenge. And they actually have three different levels that you can do. You can do the option of no donuts for people that are smart.
yeah.
You have the casual runner option, which you can eat however many donuts you want or not eat and bring the rest back with you. Or you can do the challenger, which was what we did, which is you run out 2.5 miles to the Krispy Kreme donut store, eat a dozen donuts,
A dozen
and
full-size donuts.
a dozen full-size glazed donuts.
Krispy
Of
Kreme glazed donuts.
yeah,
Oh,
and then run 2.5 miles back to the finish. This is my first year doing it. Rich did it last year, and Rick has done it. This is his sixth time doing
well, Rick's an idiot.
it.
Rich is an idiot. You're an idiot.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said all around with that. So yeah, we flew out Friday morning to get down there nice and early, just so we could, get rested and everything. Rick had gotten a hotel, and the hotel is literally at the starting line. So
That's a great thing.
it's amazing. You can watch everybody getting ready, and right before the race starts, you wander down to the race start. It's perfect.
Indoor bathrooms. I mean,
Yeah, everything.
eating challenge you might actually need.
Yeah, yes. So yeah, we
And just to give a little bit for people that don't know, the weekend you did this,
yes,
up here in New England, we got snow and
yes,
negative, what was it, like negative 20 wind chill? It was like
right,
3 degrees or something.
yeah,
So you left right before the snow and came back right after.
correct. Yeah. Left Friday morning. It wasn't too bad here.
No, it
We
wasn't
got
that bad
down.
on Friday.
No, Friday wasn't bad.
But I think
Um,
Saturday it snowed, like Friday into
Saturday
Saturday.
was, yeah, Friday into Saturday it snowed. So yeah, and when we got down to North Carolina, it wasn't bad there. Yeah, it was like 40 in the mid 40, early, low to mid 40s down there. So, it wasn't too bad when we got there.
That's practically summer.
Yeah, for us, it was like, oh, wow. So we took the opportunity. We did a little shakeout run to, so Rick could kind of show the course. Although he said they change it every year slightly. So the starting's always the same. You're always going to the same Krispy Kreme store and you're coming back to the same spot. But there's a couple of different side roads that they take you down to add up the mileage appropriately.
And it's 5
And so
miles, right? You said?
it's 5 miles total. It's basically 2.5 out, 2.5 back.
And
Yeah.
12 donuts.
Yeah. When on Friday, when we did the little shakeout run, we did stop at the store. We did each eat a donut.
Ew.
Just to, kind of get ourselves prepared for the event and then ran back. Yeah, it seemed okay. It's like, okay, it's not overly hilly, but there's some elevation to the run, so it's not a flat run, that's for sure.
It's on
But
road, right?
it's on road, all road.
Okay.
They close the road, so that's always good.
How many people
Um,
do you think are there, like, doing this?
so total between all the different options you could have, I think they had around 3,000
Holy
people
shit.
there.
Okay.
Yeah. There were, I think there were like 1,700 that did the actual challenge.
And you're supposed to do it in under an hour, right?
Yeah. So the full challenge is to do it under an hour,
I
and
couldn't
all
eat
the
12.
pros.
You sit me down at a table. I don't think I could eat 12 munchkins in an hour.
So well, and leading up to this, I'm like 5 miles I can do. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to eat those donuts in like 10 minutes though, based on, just from my, timing, everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I'm gonna pull that off. I don't know that I can even eat a dozen donuts, never mind the rest of it. Cause, outside of taco trials, I don't do eating challenges. It's just not the thing.
In a way, I think tacos almost sound easier.
So,
Because
well,
at
and
least
that's,
they're, for lack of a better word, moist.
yeah, it's interesting because it, yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to decide which was easier or better. Or I should, yeah, neither of them are good. Let me
Obviously,
just put, neither of them are a good option.
there's so much
Um,
sugar on a Krispy Kreme donut. Like, did it
it,
make your
it,
tongue feel weird?
you,
Blech.
you get, you
I'm
get
going to
very
sign up
tired
my.
of chewing but yeah, and I should say all the proceeds or yeah, for the race go to charity. It's put on by kids from the university. They have a committee and it changes, year to year who's on the committee based on who's at school.
Right.
So it's all student driven, student volunteered, and all the proceeds go to, I believe it's the Children's Hospital in North Carolina.
I love that.
So it's, really good cause. I mean, no issues there. And the race starts at 8. And so I went down a little earlier than Rick went. I don't know when Rick went down because I didn't see him after I left the room. But me and Rich went down probably between 7:30 and 20 of. The problem, the biggest issue I saw, like, if you're looking at the starting line, like the way you're gonna go, the sun was right in your eyes. So like
Yeah.
you couldn't look straight forward. So I couldn't like get a good picture looking down that way just because it's just hard to just see down that way. And they close off the roads, which is great because there was too many people to not. And when you start right in the beginning, right after the starting line, there's a roundabout rotary right there. And you can go either side of it because, but for whatever reason, people decided they have to go to their right side. So, I'm starting and there with that many people, your start is very slow because there's
Do
just
they
so
have
many
you
people.
separated by like challenge? So like the people that are doing the actual
No,
challenge should be ahead?
no,
Oh my God.
no,
Okay.
it's all together.
Clusterfuck.
And oh yeah, and people have no clue how to self seed themselves. You know,
Right.
oh, I'm a walker, so I should probably be in the back. Oh no, no, we'll be in the front.
Well, and the people that are actually doing the challenge should be in the front, right? Like,
And for the most part, the people that feel like they could possibly win the challenge, they do get to the front. You know, and I know Rich got tried to get pretty close to the front,
well,
and
Rich is
Rick
a
was
pretty fast runner.
well, yeah, and that's why. And same with Rick. Rick got out,
Yeah.
you know, towards the front. I so I
Rick is a pretty fast runner and a really good like a fast eater.
yeah, we'll get to
Okay.
that. Because so it was funny because he had mentioned, oh, I'm not running quick yet, you know, I'm pretty slow these days, and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, okay. But anyway, but so you go to the, you know, you're headed towards the roundabout. You can go on either side, and there were people because I was on the left hand side of the road, and they were cutting across to go to the right hand side of the rotary. It's like, why? There's no purpose.
Oh,
Why are you doing that? You're not doing anything. But so it was when the race started, it was probably right around 30 degrees and very windy.
I mean, that's especially down south. Like,
Yeah, it was pretty cold for being down there.
of course, right
Uh,
now with the weather we've been having, that would be,
yeah,
yeah.
you know, outside of the wind, it actually, you know, when the wind wasn't blowing, it felt okay. And when we started, the wind was at our back, so not a big deal. But it was pretty windy. You know, they had everything tied down because they were afraid of it blowing over.
That's
Um,
smart, at least.
so you know, you go, you know, it's 2.5 miles out. Once you get out of the cluster of people, you know, it's pretty, you know, you can, you know, cruise along pretty well.
Hmm.
Then you get to the Krispy Kreme donut store, and that was a cluster.
I
Uh,
can't imagine.
It, they had tables set up with, you know, boxes of donuts, and you know, each person grabs their box of donuts, and then they have water. Well, you can't see where they have the water because it's not near where the donuts were. And I had brought a water bottle with me, but when I grabbed the donuts, I stuck it in a pocket so that I could open the donuts. And at some point, it fell out, so I lost my water. So I had to go find where they had their water.
Was it a
Um,
good water bottle or just like a?
it was one of my older ones
Okay.
from my, so I'm not too disappointed. You know, it was one that I, you know, had when I go trail running to put it in a pocket of
Okay.
a vest.
Yeah.
And I real, you know, Rick had brought his vest, and I'm like, I didn't even think about it, and I should have brought one of my vests, and that
How
would
do
have.
they track if you're eating the donuts?
So it's very, you know,
Honor
um,
system.
honor system for the most part. So if you're a challenger and you're supposed, you know, once you finish your donuts, you're supposed to show your empty box and then run through a chute so that it will catch your time out. So that basically gives you your splits of from you start to when you finish the donuts, and then then they have a split for the last 2.5 miles. It would be nice if they had it where right before you come in to get the donuts, just so that you would know, you know, how long did it actually take you to eat those donuts.
Right.
But they don't quite have that part of it in there. So yeah, I grabbed the box, and I'm trying to open it because I'm like, well, while I'm trying to move, I'm going to try to eat some of the donuts. Well, they have the boxes taped, and they use like super grade tape. So it's not like you basically have to rip the box open to get into it. And you've got masses of people just all around you. It's, you know, like a mosh pit trying to get through there. Finally figured out where the water was, got to the water. Of course, right in front of the water is Rich sitting on the ground eating his donuts. I'm like, you know that you're in the way of everybody. He's like, I don't care. This is a spot I can find. He's like, I got 3 donuts left. I don't know how I'm getting through these 3 donuts. He goes,
Oh
this
my
is
god.
awful.
Oh,
And I'm like, I got a lot more than that to go. Don't worry.
that's so
Um,
disgusting.
the first 3 to 4, not a problem. You get through those, you're like, yeah,
No, not me, because you.
you get to, yeah, you're like on the eighth, and you're like, oh my God. I'm sitting there contemplating, going, I, I don't know. I just want to just dump the rest of these donuts and not finish. I don't know. I did finish, although I got where I'm like, I got one more donut. And I put my hand in the box and it wasn't there. And I'm like, did I actually finish all the donuts? I'm like, and no, it had fallen to the front of the box and
Oh,
there was one left to
devastating.
do.
Oh,
And that last donut took me forever to finish. I'm like, I would eat, take a bite, just like, oh,
and
I
at
gotta
that
get
point, there's
there.
nothing. Like, your mouth is just like, no.
Oh, you're so tired of it. And even like I would drink water periodically just to, add something different. And it didn't, help a lot.
Ugh.
But and then so finish the donut, and as I was finishing the donut, I was headed towards the chute to go because I'm like, I know I'm, almost done, whatever. So I started heading out, and I looked at my watch, and I knew based on the time there was no way I could make the hour
Right.
because I think I had 15 minutes and 2.5 miles. I'm like, I can't run 15 or 2.5 miles in 15 minutes. I'm not that quick.
I don't think
Um,
I could do like a quarter mile after eating 12
I I was
donuts.
very surprised that I did not feel more weighted down after. I was like, I was ready to just feel like done, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was able to run it. I just know in my head though, knowing that I couldn't make it, I didn't push either.
Right.
So I ran it, but I didn't push the run.
Oh, so,
And then, I was very surprised after looking at the results. So I finished in 108
okay.
or 107. I think it was 107. Gun time was 108, but because it took me forever to get from where I was to the actual starting line. So they do have chips, which is great. So it was 107. The average for everybody was 106. So I was right in that time frame. And I passed apparently like 40 people between finishing my donut or getting out of the donut chute in the finish line
Wow.
because I moved up 40 spots between that time. And I'm like, and there were a lot of people just barely getting through
If
a
you
lot of those
puke, you've
areas. So
disqualified?
no, 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 that has nothing to, yeah, you don't get disqualified for puking. And so get to the finish line, and yeah, there were several areas you could see people just, yeah,
Oh,
one of them was
so
like
gross.
literally at the finish line, somebody full. It was like fully there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was not, pretty.
I think I
Um,
would never eat another donut
I,
again.
I, okay, so I finish. Rick and Rich had already finished. They find, we meet up, right after. And Rick's like, okay, you want to go down for a cool down run? So after finishing, he does a cool down run, which is you run basically back to the Krispy Kreme donut shop,
Mhm.
to look at the carnage, see all the people struggling to just finish, and then he grabs more donuts to eat.
What an idiot.
So, so we were like, fine. I'm like, I don't know that I can run 5 more miles. I said, my legs are pretty tired, who knows? But let's go. And he's like, you can turn around whenever. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So I did actually finish getting through it, but so while we're running back, and we basically followed the course on the way back. We didn't necessarily have to, but because the roads were closed, they were having certain roads closed because of it. It made it easier.
Yep.
We got like 2 miles into the cool down, So we're like a half mile away from the Krispy Kreme donut store. And there's this poor guy, and he was part of the race, and he's like, "Do you know which way I have to go?"
Oh no.
And he had a Challenger bib on, and like, how are you just getting to this point? And you're I'm like,
Wait. So you
and
had done at that point 7 miles plus
yes,
8, 12 donuts, and he was at mile 2?
he was at well, no, he was probably at mile 3. So he is just coming out
Oh, he
of
is coming back from eating the donuts.
right. And he had a box with him, which means he probably did not eat all the donuts. And he looked so miserable. And he was like, "You guys are coming back?" And it's like, how do I? He's like, "Do you know where I need to go?" Like, yeah, just go up to the next road, take a right, and then take a left, and
That
pretty much be on.
poor baby.
We felt so bad for him. Now he was not the last person. We did see a couple more people behind him, but they were, I think, casual runners,
Yeah.
and so definitely they were taking their time, coming back. And one of the person looked like they had either a medical condition or a injury or something that made them so they couldn't really run the race, which is fine.
Okay.
So we got to the Krispy Kreme. They still had piles of boxes of donuts. Well, they were starting to clean up everything, but they still had quite a few boxes. Rick took another box.
Oh my
I think
God.
I think he ate 6 of them.
He ate 18 donuts.
Yes, he ate 18. Now, I will tell you, his plan was if he in the initial run, in the actual run,
Race.
he's like, if I get to the Krispy Kreme donut within 20 to 25 minutes, he was going to try to do 2 dozen.
Uh,
He decided not to, partially because of the cluster mess that area was. He was like, what, let me just get through this. And so yes, we got there. He ate 6 more donuts. We watched some of the, students cleaning up the area, which was just, I mean, piles and piles of empty donut boxes
I
all
wonder if they
over the
get
place.
like
It was just,
credit.
yeah.
Like, do
It
they
was
get
pretty,
credit for that shit for school?
yeah, I'm not sure how that actually works for them because there were a couple of them that did not look like they really wanted to be there.
I mean, who would want to?
But I mean, they were doing what
What?
they
It
needed to
was like
do.
a
They were doing
Saturday
their,
morning.
clean up and everything.
It was a Saturday morning.
Yeah,
So they're
it
hungover.
was a Saturday morning.
They're hungover. They're dealing
Probably.
with a bunch of fucking morons.
Yes.
Probably having to deal with puke. That sounds
Possibly.
awful.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I did not eat another donut. Yeah.
Wow. So you can make good choices. You just don't?
Yeah. I've learned from you.
Because I never make bad choices. Is that what you're saying? That's what I heard. I mean, that's what you said.
No, I learned from you on how to make the the stupid choices.
Me? Name the last bad choice I made.
Let me think. Signing up for the cut.
Oh, shut up. God. Okay, fair. Fair.
Yeah, I could
Yeah,
mention
okay.
others, but
Let's regret that question.
yeah, you can edit that out if you want.
No way.
No way. So yeah, it was. Yeah, I wasn't like I didn't feel sick, but I definitely did not feel right most of that rest of that day. Took a little power nap when we got back to the hotel room before we had to leave, get back on the plane, and I head back. I don't
You came
think
back
I ate.
Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we came back Saturday night. We had a 6 o'clock flight. leaving North Carolina. That got delayed a little bit. Once we boarded, they claimed they had to add more fuel, but the fact they had one of the techs in the cockpit for a little bit, I don't think that was the actual issue, but whatever.
Ugh.
We left flying, so we had a stopover in Philadelphia. Landing in Philadelphia was a little bumpy because of the wind that, you know, Connecticut was having, Philadelphia was having that same wind. It was actually worse than Philadelphia based on what I could feel on the plane.
Oh, that wind was
Um,
insane.
yeah, it was a very bumpy landing.
I didn't go outside in it, but I drove, like, 'cause I had a
Oh,
hockey game.
oh, right.
So, I parked at the arena, like, in the
Yeah.
parking lot that I'm not walking. Hello. So
Why, why, why would you walk? I mean, it's not like you run 100-mile races.
yeah, isn't that hilarious? How like, let's go run like a 50K for funsies. But also, how dare you expect me to walk from my kitchen to my living room? Like, what are you thinking?
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, we got there, and then that was like when we got to Philadelphia, I did get a pretzel, and that was the first thing I actually had eaten since the donuts, and that was like at 8 o'clock.
Bleh. I can't believe
Um,
you still ate.
well, by that point, my stomach was a little bit hungry. Now, granted, so realize that. So with the donuts, they say it's about 2,400 calories
I
total.
don't eat that much in a day, but go ahead.
So we had run 10 miles, which is about, you burn about 1,000 to 1,200 calories doing that.
Yeah,
Being with Rick, when we're at the airport, we're walking because Rick won't sit down for very long.
he needs his
So,
steps too.
uh, yeah, so on Friday, between the airports and the running, I had close to 30,000 steps. And on Saturday, I had 30,000 steps between the running and the walking in the airport.
Yeah,
So,
that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
we burned off quite a bit of that, of those donuts too. Um,
Yeah, but
it was more,
donuts are like lead.
oh yeah, well, and it's also the glaze and the sugar,
Oh, it's
and my body doesn't like, you know, we found out, through experience that, doing long runs in sugar do not mix for me.
okay.
I need, that between the two marathons and the first anchor down, yeah, I did not do well with that. So I made the mistake of not having a more, uh, I can't think of the word, but
Savory.
uh, savory option after the race to offset it. And that probably would have made me feel better if I ate that sooner than I did.
Yeah, because
Um,
you like the savory or salty. You like savory or salty.
yeah, that works
Uh,
better for me than the sweet. The sweet just doesn't sit well usually.
I like
Uh,
that because then you buy animal crackers
oh,
and I
yes, I
steal
do.
them.
Yes. Yes. Or I give them to you sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say you had a choice. You give them to
No,
me.
true. True.
Remember
But yeah,
that
so,
time you came when I was doing a virtual and you just brought me like a bag of animal crackers
oh
on your
yeah.
way home
Yeah.
from work?
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yep.
go ahead.
I've done that. So yeah, we got to Philadelphia. We went and then we boarded and then they said, "Oh, we're going to be held for a little bit because there were other planes coming in that were that had gotten delayed that had passengers that needed to get to that flight because it was the last flight out of Philly to Bradley for that night. So we got delayed about a half hour, maybe a little bit more there. So instead of getting home at 11, I we landed at like 11 or a little after, and then driving home,
Oh.
the highway's closed 2 miles from my exit.
I literally, and you know this from experience,
You
I
know,
would have cried.
I was like, "Are you kidding me? It's already midnight, and I'm sitting here and sat there for 20 minutes before they had to bring truck in to sand the roads because the wind had blown so much of the snow back over the highway that it was just ice, basically.
I mean,
So
that's insane.
yeah,
And I
so
had
yeah,
gotten home by then because
yeah,
um, like I said, I went to a hockey game.
yeah, but yeah, no, yeah, because of the snow, I just my poor driveway was covered and I just drove right through it. I was like, yeah, we'll deal with that tomorrow. Uh,
Yeah, I love the text messages that we received from you going, "Does anybody wanna go shovel my driveway?" I'm like, "Bitch, I don't shovel my own driveway, like, are you insane?"
yeah, I was surprised at how well you guys took that, and I was expecting a much more expletive filled response to that.
The sad
And
part is I actually thought about it. I'm like, "I should go do that," but it's fucking
no,
cold, and I don't I got permission from my doctor to run, but I didn't get permission to lift, so I mean, I assume if I can
yeah,
run 100 he said I could do 100 milers, so I assume I can lift? I don't know.
I, yeah, don't want to risk it though. You know,
And let's be honest,
yeah,
it was cold out and I didn't wanna be cold.
you're lazy.
I am also lazy, yes.
And
Now, had you
yeah,
like, if you
yeah,
lived closer, like, if you were in my neighborhood, I probably would've gone and done it, but I didn't wanna drive there.
right. No, no, and again, I did it jokingly to, again, I expected to get some of that. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you, not, oh, well, no,
I think we
I
were
was
all
very
floored
surprised
by
that
the
there was
audacity. We're, like, speechless. It's like, maybe we have only been friends for a year because that's like, you would think any of us would have done that.
I knew no one was going to do it. And and truthfully, I would have been upset if any of you did do it because I knew how cold it was and I'm like, and windy. And I'm like, no one should be going out and doing that.
And I'll tell you, it was so windy. My husband, like, went out and, did ours, and he comes back in, and I look outside, I'm like, "Did you do the walkway?" And he's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Yay!" 'Cause the wind was so bad, it was
Oh,
just covered again.
oh yeah, it was the same way on Sunday when I did
Yeah.
do mine. I, snowblowed it, and as I'm snowblowing, it's just blowing back onto it. I'm like, whatever. It is what it is.
And it was windy, and the
Yeah,
roads are still some of the back roads are still shit.
yeah.
I'm done, like,
Oh,
I'm, like,
yeah.
done with this weather. Not that I've gone outside at all,
Oh,
um,
well, and
but
yeah, and I will say that that probably played a part in some of my struggles on, with the run because I haven't run outside in 2 weeks. I run on a treadmill, but it's different. And
it's different.
it was just, uh, my legs definitely felt it, especially doing the 10 miles on Saturday. By the end of it, my legs were just like, yeah, we're done.
And the
Nah.
83 pounds of donuts you had in your stomach. Okay, now, because you know how my mind is, it's all over the
Yeah,
place and insane. But
yeah.
as you're telling the story about, like, the donuts at Krispy Kreme and everything, all I could think of is, I wonder how many people it took to make 3,000 dozen
Right.
donuts. And so now they have to make them, right? And
And
glaze them, pack them, or, like,
yes. So when we went on Friday and we went in the store is a big store and they actually make the donuts right there. And you can see the conveyor belt of donuts just marching along
ugh,
as they're making all these donuts for the next day. It was insane. And all of the carts of boxes filled of, you know, it was amazing, just to see and going, oh yeah, that's what they're doing right now is making all of those donuts for tomorrow.
I
It was,
hours worth of work. Like, that's
oh,
insane.
oh,
I wonder
absolutely.
too, how much was the race? Do you remember? Ish.
I think it was maybe $60, maybe. It wasn't crazy.
Do you get any swag?
No, you can buy swag. So we, I don't remember if the t-shirts were included, but I think you had to buy the medal, and I can't remember if you had to buy the shirt or not. I
I'm
had
just
both. I got both of them, but yeah.
I'm just curious because I know it's for charity, which I 100% support. I'm wondering, like, how much, like, does
So
Krispy Kreme give a
I,
discount to them? Like,
yeah, I'm not sure how that works, and I can't remember because they sent out information, and I don't remember what the number was for this year. So they've done this race for 16 years now, I think.
okay, so
I
this
think
is
this
a
is 16th year, and
tradition.
they've raised over $2.5 million
Holy shit.
for charity from this race. I think this year, I think alone it was like 140,000 dollars.
Love that so much.
So I mean, yeah, I either Krispy Kreme gives them a super discount, which is my guess, or something. But
It's probably like they charge cost, right? So that,
yeah,
or,
that would be
or
yes.
it's some kind of write off for them, right?
It
Like,
could be, yeah, because it's all for a charity
charity
that maybe. But yeah, so yeah, I mean they do make quite a bit of money
for charity.
for the charity with the race. It's really good, and it's really well run. I mean, there's nothing, you know, outside of. And Rick said, this was probably the worst year he's seen the setup for the donut area. He said last year was much better because they had the donuts and the water across from each other on the roads, where this one they had in the parking lot and they were a little bit too far away. But he said, but overall, it's really well run. So yeah, it is a good race. I was amazed that I was able to eat the 12 donuts I just couldn't believe I could actually do that.
I'm
Um,
throwing up just listening to it, just so you know. I'm like
um,
regretting eating dinner and I ate one mini taco. Like,
see, yeah, and I think it would be easier if it was like the taco trials where you run a mile, eat a donut, as opposed to run 2.5 miles, eat 12 donuts, run 2.5 miles back.
yeah, because you got to
Um,
eat everything like at one time.
yeah,
And
and
ugh.
that is very difficult. Again, you get tired of eating and chewing,
And
and
that much, even if it's like your favorite food, right?
yeah,
It-
uh,
How at some
there's a
point
limit.
you're like, I'm done.
Done. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
my mom's lasagna is my favorite thing to eat, right? And like honestly, I'll have like a piece, maybe a big plate of it, like, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't take another bite.
But even after that, you would have some the next, even if it wasn't leftovers, but you would eat it again the
No,
next day.
I will eat my mom's lasagna leftover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
There's like 5 things that I will eat that are
y-
leftovers in my mom's lasagna.
I will say lasagna is one of those really strange food that is usually better
The second day. Yep.
the second day.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree. My mom's meatballs too. So when I was younger, I know it's gonna shock you, but there was occasion that I would party sometimes. It was very rare, but there
you,
were
you,
occasions that
you
I'd
were an
go.
angel.
I know. But every once in a while, I'd go out to a club and, like, dance all night or something and come home, you know, maybe I had partaked in some kind of substance on occasion. But I would just go in the fridge and pull out my mom's meatballs and just sit there. It'd be like, I don't know, 3:00 in the morning. I'd just be like eating like straight from the fridge my mom's meatballs. But now I want meatballs. So
You're welcome.
excellent. 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 I appreciate this from you. I got to convince my mother to make me lasagna. Okay. All right. Now I know what I want for Valentine's Day.
See?
My
There
mom's
you go.
lasagna. And
There
I
you
don't
go.
celebrate Valentine's Day because it's a stupid thing. Although I wonder if I could convince my husband to buy me some books.
You don't have to convince your husband to.
I know, right? I went to the bookstore. I went to 2 bookstores, I think, this week. And I got like 10 books. Oops.
Oh, gee. To go along with the, 50 that you've already bought this year?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. In my
Y-
defense, though, I have read over 107. I think I've read like 173 books so far this year.
Of those 107 books that you've read, how many have been of those books you've actually purchased
A
at the
few?
bookstores?
No, a few. I bought a book Super Bowl Sunday that I've already finished.
Okay.
It's so good. So good. So good. That I read The Long Game, which I've read like 15 times, but it's one of my not Long Game. I bought Long Game. I haven't read that one. I mean, I've read that a million times, but I haven't.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to get the physical copies of all those books with the big heated rivalry going on. But I did get Role Model, which is one of the books in that series. And that book, it's one of my favorites. So I read that Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Anyway, there was something else I had to tell you, and I can't remember what because I'm old. Oh, I remember, which didn't really have anything to do with you. Don't take it personal. I love you. But for the Booster Club, for the Harvard Wolfpack, we are
yeah.
collecting new or gently used books to donate to schools. And we're looking for like middle school, high school age books. So if anybody has any books they would like to donate, reach out or like Venmo me or whatever, and I will go shopping and buy them. But we're trying to collect, I forgot how many books we need. 300 was what we promised or something. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, so reach out to me.
Yeah, I think I saw that. You had posted that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I should. I don't know that I have any. I was trying to think if I had any.
I don't know if I have very many. I do. I know it's going to shock everyone because I usually read smut, but I actually do enjoy some like YA books that are really good. Some of them are really good.
No, absolutely. There are definitely some good YA books out there.
I just reread the I Hunt Killer series. It's like 3 books about the son of a serial killer.
Okay.
He's like in high school, and that's a good series. Barry Lyga, I think, is the author, if I remember correctly. That's a good series. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to check. If I don't, I'll gotta remember to mow you money. I forgot to do that for the last one. Because originally I was going to
because we collected for the food.
Right. And originally I was going to buy stuff because we're going to get together right before then, but everything got met. I think that was right before a storm, one of the storms.
Oh, where we got that over a foot of snow.
Yeah.
That was stupid. I'm done with snow. I mean, it's very pretty to look at, but I just want to go play on trails and get lost and, not traipse through a foot of snow because I'm a baby.
Yeah, because I would actually like to get at least one of the Connecticut Forest Trails that we were supposed to do.
I know. I signed up for that. I also signed up for, I was going to do their race, the Frozen.
Oh, right. Yep.
But at that point, I hadn't gotten permission from my doctors to run. Long story short, I've had some medical shit going on. I have to have surgery, blah, blah, blah. But I hadn't gotten permission yet. And so I had backed out and I told them, sell my spot to somebody else. I don't, use the money, keep the money for charity because it's all for charity. But the trail one that we signed up for, where you have to do, it's like an assigned trail in each county in the state. I haven't done a single one yet.
No, I want to get at least one done, but
when do we have it done by? March 20th?
I think it's March 20th. Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, then we're going to have to kick some ass as soon as the snow goes away. But it hasn't been over 30 degrees. How's it going to melt?
I know. That's been an issue.
Oh, it's so gross. And the piles of snow right now, you can't see, pulling out of driveways and stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
It's really stupid. I mean, it's funny because I think we've been spoiled, but
the past few years we've been pretty spoiled with, warmer winters and not a ton of snow.
No, this has been, we've had multiple days of single digits, wind chills below freeze, below.
Oh, yeah. I feel like this is one of the coldest winters I can remember of consistently. We've had winters where we'll have a stretch, a week or something of, 20 degrees, whatever.
Right. But this has been a month.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get 2 days of almost normal, and then it's another 2 weeks of junk.
And dangerous level of cold.
Right. Oh,
Not just I'm cold, but dangerous level.
Right.
So, yeah. This is the first year I didn't go out for King of Pain to cheer everybody on and help at the aid station.
I originally was going to sign up for it, and then I saw what the weather was going to be like, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, no thank you.
I'm stupid. I'll do those eating challenges. I'm not stupid and going to risk being that. Yeah, that was just crazy.
I mean, you are stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're friends with me. Nobody's going to think you make good choices.
I'm friends with you. They already know I don't make good choices.
Exactly. All right, my dear. Well, first of all, thank you for coming and telling us how stupid you are. I just like to have documentation because somehow I always get blamed for bad life choices. And I think this is proof that maybe it's not me. Maybe it's you.
Not always you.
I mean, I'd say 90% of the time. It's me.
But yes, this choice, it was all on my own. I made this bad choice.
Yeah, but I'm glad you did. I mean, it's an adventure, right?
Yeah. I'm glad I did. The biggest thing I would change is I probably would have stayed down there longer. Just because that turnaround of finishing and getting on a plane later that day.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
2 flights back to back like that is a lot.
Yeah.
Add to that a run and oh my God, I'm gagging thinking about all those donuts because Krispy Kreme too. It's not just donuts. It's Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah. They were much easier to get down than Mikey's Donuts did when he did his little run.
Oh, really?
Because he got them from the donut station down by Ashley, and they are bakery donuts, so they're thicker and bigger. And one of them was a cake donut, and it was also really cold that day, and they were frozen.
I mean, I was just volunteering, so I was comfortable, and I ate one donut.
Yeah.
The entire day.
Yeah.
I brought donuts home for the kids, though, but I had one donut.
That was nice of you. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot. And then I got yelled at for eating them. No, that's a lie, because I think I had.
You had more than one.
No, I had a couple munchkins. I brought home donuts, but I think I only ate Or did I only eat the munchkins? I don't remember. But I got
Yeah,
yelled
I
at
don't
for eating
know.
the munchkins. Damn you,
Because
Michael.
you're for the kids.
I could argue
Which
that I'm a kid.
I was going to say that does track. So yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I haven't slept in approximately 3 weeks. I know, shocking. So I'm going to
unbelievable.
take my headache and go to bed. But I appreciate you coming on and chatting. And I'll probably make you, because I got to do Satan's Sidewalk. So I'll probably make you come on and talk about it with me and come do
Hey,
Miles
yeah, well, yeah, I'll definitely come and do Miles whenever you do it. We'll get
within the
you
next week or something. Because my surgery's, I got to do it
right.
before the surgery. So
Yeah, and don't worry, I will absolutely lie to you at what mile you're at. So
I don't trust you because of this. You're at mile 92. I've been at mile 92 for 30 miles. Like, at what point am I at mile 93? Somehow I was at mile 92 and then I was at mile 90. How?
but you never questioned it.
I didn't. Oh, shit. That was funny.
Mm. Anyway.
Anyway, all right.